Good day, I'm Samantha Allen and this is your Jis News for November 22. Information Minister Senator Sandria Faulkner says Cabinet is satisfied with the pace of negotiations with the International Monetary Fund, the IMF. Responding to questions on the issue at Wednesday's Jamaica House press briefing, Senator Faulkner asserted that Cabinet had confidence in Finance and Planning Minister Dr. Peter Phillips.
Minister Phillips has said that he hopes that we will have a deal by December, and certainly we hope to have the letter of intent by December.
But the minister stressed that the administration was not simply looking for a quick fix.
What we're looking for is the best deal that is going to redound to the benefit of the Jamaican people. And as the Prime Minister has said, any deal we get, that deal must ensure that the Jamaican people are factored into it and that the poorest of the poor and those persons who are the most vulnerable, that they are protected.
The Secretary General of the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development made a similar point recently.
You have to have your own policy space, what we call your policy space. You have your own identity in the way you tackle issues. We need to protect those who have been marginalized. And we need to have jobs.
Tax Administration Jamaica, TAJ, says its continued efforts to make paying taxes easier have resulted in Jamaica improving in the Paying Taxes Index of the latest Doing Business Report, DBR. The report is produced by the International Finance Corporation and the World Bank and reflects an 11-point improvement for the country's tax payment process. The TAJ attributes much of that movement to its partnership with the National Housing Trust, the National Insurance Scheme, and Heart Trust NTA to allow employers to make single payroll payments and reports. This has caused business persons to save time and money in doing their payroll tax transactions. The administration is committing to even more measures that will simplify the process of paying taxes. Cabinet has approved the Norman Manley Enterprise team to proceed with the structuring and due diligence to begin the privatization of the Norman Manley International Airport as well as the Boscobel, Negril and Ken Jones aerodromes. The International Finance Corporation, the IFC, will be lead advisors and the Development Bank of Jamaica co-advisors. Information Minister Senator Sandria Faulkner announced Wednesday that Michael McMorris was the new chairman of the enterprise team.
Phase 1 of the project should last for 6 months and will include the analysis of all aspects of the transaction, including technical, financial, and legal due diligence. IFC will then recommend the best structure and scope for the transaction.
At the end of Phase 1, she says Cabinet approval will be required for the privatization to proceed. In the meantime, Cabinet has also approved the implementation of a 500-meter western extension of the NMIA to include a runway safety area that conforms to international civil aviation standards. Labour and Social Security Minister Derek Kellier says government will soon be putting in place legislation for persons with disabilities as the ministry moves its disability agenda forward.
This legislation will seek to promote, protect and facilitate full and equal fundamental rights and freedoms for persons with disabilities.
He says some $2.89 million in grant has recently been approved to advance the disability agenda. Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller, meanwhile, is also emphasizing her administration's commitment to advancing the cause of persons with disabilities.
Government continues to make budgetary provisions for some individuals with disabilities to establish enabling projects.
And finally, Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller has commended civil servants, encouraging them to continue offering quality service that will advance national development. Mrs. Simpson Miller was speaking with Jis News Wednesday after the Jamaica Civil Service Long Service Award ceremony at King's House.
They are the engines that keep the government rolling, and they are very critical to our process of development.
Some 235 civil servants who have worked within the public sector for at least 25 years were presented with awards at the prestigious ceremony. And that's it for Jis News today. I'm Samantha Allen. Thanks for watching.